This is Channel 2 News, coverage you can count on.
The construction is coming along very well, and we're on schedule.
If you've been downtown Reno recently, you have probably noticed crews are making big progress on the Virginia Street Bridge, and that is tonight's Channel 2 News big story. Now, the removal of the old bridge, that started back in May, quite a while ago, but the centerpiece of the new one will be put into place next week. Good evening, I'm Wendy DeMonte.
I'm Kristen Revington. Thanks for being with us tonight. The arches have been built. Now the colors are being finalized for the arches as well as the rails and sidewalks. Pretty big decision, apparently. Paul Nelson spoke with the project manager of the Virginia Street Bridge and joins us now in downtown. Paul, things are changing pretty darn quickly down there.
They are, Kristen. You might recall we were down here just a few weeks ago and they were still building the arches. They hadn't even poured the concrete yet. But as you can see, they have built the arches and now they're getting them ready for the next step, and that's moving them into place.
The Truckee River is buzzing with heavy equipment and workers. Up to 65 people are on site every day.
We put in some very long days, put it that way. Very long days, very long weeks.
It's hard to miss these 400-ton arches on the south side of the Truckee. Construction crews are preparing to move them into place.
They got the false work down, and they are starting to put in the supports before we start pushing them across the river.
That's expected to start Monday at a very slow pace. The arches will move 175 feet across the river at about 6 feet per hour, taking about 3 days.
It's very similar to the way we slide our furniture, but obviously it's very well designed, and there's a lot of things that go into consideration.
A truss with steel plates stretches across for the arches to slide on. The river had to be rerouted in order to build the structures that'll make the move possible. Floodwall work is nearly finished on the west side of Virginia Street, and the ice rink's floodwall could be completed later next month.
It's looking terrific. Right now we have on schedule.
The lobby of City Hall has a display showing the different colors and textures that'll be used on the bridge. The City Council's decision includes the color of the railing, sidewalk, and of course, the arches. As the bridge begins to take shape, residents are taking notice.
There are people that come out, they have a lot of comments about the history, the making of the history.
Once the arches are in place, they'll pour the concrete to finish the structural part, kind of lock those arches into place, and then after that, they'll put some of the steel beams in place that'll eventually become the driving surface. This is still expected to open by May 1st. Covering the big story live, Paul Nelson, Channel 2 News.